Oh, hi there. Um, I don't have control of my faculties right now. Tried to start the stream. I didn't update the note, so it still says Wednesday Wars. As some of you know from the Discord, off stream, I hit Shodan in 10 minute on Shogi Wars, and I'm giddy. I don't have another word for it. I can't believe it happened. I really thought it wouldn't happen, and then it just sort of smoothly happened at this past week and a half, 2 weeks. And so I thought, like, since I'm still just kind of buzzing, I can't even sit. I can't sit. I'm so jazzed up that I'm just gonna play some Sprint. Let me update this info. Celebration. Let's see, to play some games of sprint mode. Okay. And we'll track that down there.
Current streak is 0 wins.
Yeah, so it happened. I don't know how many people will be coming on. You know, this isn't my usual hour, but boy, I don't know what to do. Hey, Foradun. Hey, Darkney. Late night for you. I'm just, as I was saying into the void, I'm giddy right now. I don't have control of my faculties. I'm just, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm just sort of sitting here, and it's just like, what can I do? What can I do? I might as well stream. Hey, Ninworld, big Shodan Dad. Well done, well done. You're the first to say that. You're the first. Hey, Transport. Yeah, how did that never? That in all this time, you must have been holding on to that. You must have been holding on to that, Shodan Dad, because like no one has said that before. I'm drinking my Ito N green tea. I'm how's the stream going? It says no data, but it looks like there's data. I would not say though. I would not say that I've reached Frogman level. It's right now the rank. He's way above. there's a dramatic difference between, at least as far as I'm concerned, between just barely creeping over with a lucky 2 weeks, Shodan. Well, I don't want to. No. I'm not going to just shoot myself down. I'm not going to shoot myself down because, you know, it takes a lot of wins. It's a huge grind, which is why it meant so much to me. Which is why it meant so much to me, because it is such a huge grind. Oh man, I can't even. I honestly, I can't even believe it. So I didn't think it was gonna happen. If you would have asked me in my heart of hearts, hey, I forgot. Nice to see you. Thank you. If you would have asked, like, what do you truly believe you'll ever hit this? I would have said, hi, Lily Lion Main. Thank you. Yeah, transport. So I asked, I got close. I got to 96.5. And on the Discord, I said, should I wait or should I try to parlay this? Should I press my luck? And DarkNekros gave me the go ahead to play. And then the most popular rank up. Oh wow. Yeah, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, then another step, then another. Yeah, it definitely does. But what's interesting here, as well, I guess I can bring this up now. I was mentioning it on the Discord. I started last year. I started tracking my rank ups, and it turns out 2Q in 10 minutes was on July 23rd of 2024, and then almost 6 months later, 1Q came up in 10 minutes, and then 6 months again later, and it's Shodan. So I was not expecting that. That was very surprising. That was very surprising to me. that it seemed pretty consistent. I noticed in those counts that I played fewer games in the past 6 months, but I've studied a lot more. And totally. So one thing I wanted to say, and I haven't said this because I've been embarrassed of my ranking, and I don't want my ranking to sort of reflect negatively on him. But Koshiro, I was taking private lessons from Koshiro, so he's obviously an incredible player, an incredible person, and he's a great coach. So I haven't been doing that for a month or so. When I got really down on myself, I decided to take a break from everything. Skykeeper, thank you. Yeah, Harlu, in 10 years, I'll be 21 Dan. Exactly. No, in 10 years, I'll be probably 1Q. I'll probably fall back. Well, Todowski, you're also, it took you 300 videos because you can only play 3 games a day. That's, you would have been there way faster, and you're already close to 2 Dan. You're taking the what is it called in video games? The ultra difficulty route, or you're playing with skulls on with playing on this free site. But yeah, it was these past 6 months, not counting the past month or so, where month and a half, where I mostly stopped with the heavy study. You'll probably go back. You don't recommend this mindset. Well, it's hard not to. It's hard not to. It's the saving grace is that Shogi Wars, it's very difficult to demote. So Shogi Wars, I need to demote, I'll have to hit 0% rating and then have 500 losses, I believe. Oh, really? Really? Todowski went to Shodan 90% and then dipped back to 15? That happened in my 1Q chases. That happened in my 1Q, both in 10-minute and in 10-second. The Skykeeper. So you have multiple accounts. You get 3 games per day. But the thing is, you can't, the ratings, you've got to have the ratings. Oh man. I wish you could have friend Kishidans on Shogi Wars, because I want to see the Guatemala Kishidan. Hey Necrodes, I mentioned your name earlier. You were the person that gave the go-ahead to press my luck online. So thank you for that. When I asked if I should wait to stream or if I should press my luck, you said to do it. And I did. And I got a third file. I got a third file player. Almost all of my biggest wins in my life have been against third file. And this was not a quick Ishida, but it was the third file where the bishop goes to 1-3. Or not 1-3, because I was Gote. So where the bishop goes to 9-7, and it was rough. Hey Origamo, you could not come early. No problem. It was a short stream earlier today. I had technical problems, so I on stream I played, and I was gifted some wins. I finished 4-1 or 4-2, something like that, which bumped the rating up to I think it bumped it up past 90. Yeah, it bumped it up past 90. And so today is a doubleheader because I just got Shodan in 10 minutes, and my mind is buzzing. I can't even. I I'm just so excited. I think I'm gonna have to get bubble tea tonight. Gonna have to somehow celebrate, once people are home. Everyone at home, is gonna wonder, like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? It's an online game. It's an online. No, they would know. They understand how much I care about this. Yeah, so I was going to play some sprint mode just to wind down because it's crazy. Let's look for Shogi monkeys. Let's look for Shogi monkeys, Kishidan. Can you search Kishidans? Teru, good morning. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Let's see. Where's the Kishidan? I could have sworn that we've looked at other Kishidans before. Okay, so that's only user. Okay, that's how I get there. That's how I get there. Strawberries? Are you the only person? It's hard to get up a group. I had to do major advertisement to get my to get my group. So yeah. Oh, you're using this new one. Wait, no, this is the pharmacist, right? This is the pharmacist. Oh yeah, it says right here, the pharmacist. Okay, so you all are at 2.48 Dan for this OE. I think I don't know. Hopefully Koshiro starts playing. Hopefully Koshiro starts playing pretty soon, because this month, I was gonna say this month my score might count, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm by far the weakest link. Okay, so we're at 11.8 Dan right now. I think I've put like 1.6 Dan in it. So right now I'm counting. Right now my score is counting, but it's because everyone else hasn't played enough. Ornolf and Ninworld are doing the Lord's work in our list here. Koshiro has been at ESC, WSC. But he started getting on here. So we'll be getting some Don bucks pretty soon. Oh man. It's kind of weird how you can't search for Kishidans. So we've hit 200. We've had a good win rate this month. I've played a lot. Oh, how many games do I have left for that avatar? I think I might have gotten it. You need 40 wins. I have 41. Okay, so I've gotten that avatar. Not that I would use it. I never would use the non-pros. But is this it? No, this is not it. I guess they must give it at the end of the event. Yeah. So I got my rank up with Watanabe, not Watanabe, with Wadahana as my avatar. I just found out that the United States, in the United States we have, I think it's been consistent for the past few years. But anyway, I know it was last year. In October we have a tournament, and they had Jack Lantern had mentioned that I should talk it up on stream. It is October 11 and 12 in Los Angeles. It's the same. If anyone is familiar with the location of the 2024 U.S. Shogi Championship, it's in the same location, and it's going to be October 11th and 12th. I had said to Jack Lantern and some other people that I would only go if I got to Shodan in Shogi Wars, and so I guess I am going now. So I will be there. But if you're in the United States and especially if you're on the West Coast and you've got some time and you won't be able to make it, so hopefully some people can make it. I don't know. It'd be nice to meet people. But October 11th and 12th is the tournament. My guess is it's going to be smaller than the U.S. Shogi Championship. The past two, the 2024 was 40 players. I think 2025, I think this year we had 42, between 42 and 45. My guess is this will be a smaller tournament. But then again, maybe it'll be a bigger tournament because maybe more Los Angeles players will show up because it's not as, hashtag super serious or anything like that. You never know. People might want a lesser, a more casual event. And this might be. I think we'll also be celebrating the completed backyard. So I guess some maintenance, some backyard work had been done for the Los Angeles club leaders at his house. So I guess we'll be celebrating that as well. I think there's usually like a Saturday night dinner that all the people are invited to, and when it's in Los Angeles, I think it's at his house. Like this past year, we had something in the San Francisco people's house, and last year was in the leader of the Los Angeles club's house, and they had like fancy sushi chefs and the pros were playing games. Oh, but anyway, so the point of why I'm mentioning this, besides just trying to get people there, I don't know the entry fee yet for Shodan. I don't know. I know that last year's event, the fall event, was less expensive than the U.S. Shogi Championship, but I'm not sure. My guess is it's probably going to be expensive. It's still probably going to be relatively expensive because there are going to be pros. So that's what I was just going to say. There are going to be, get this, like if it wasn't destined for me to rank up and to get this tournament, I've got this crud on the bottom of my cup and now it's on my hand and I don't know what it is. Sorry if it looks like I'm like preoccupied with my mug. But these players, there's a male pro, I believe, called Yashiro. I don't know who this is, but it sounds like he is scheduled to be there. The only Yashiro that I know is Yashiro from the holiday episode of Hikaru no Go. He's the young boy who has white hair who plays Tengen and offbeat openings. Yeah, Yashiro is what I believe it said. But anyway, so that's the male pro. I'll have to see if I messed that up. But the ladies pros, Odaka, and it said Wada. So we don't know which Wada it's going to be, but Odaka Sakiko is my Shogi Wars voice, and Wada Hana is my Shogi Wars avatar. The 2018 United States Shogi champion. Her sister Aki, I also have her avatar as well, but Aki is an established pro. So when the Wada family moved to Texas, I guess back in around 2018, Aki, I think, stayed in Japan as a shogi pro. That's my understanding. I could be wrong, but Wada was a young kid, and that's when she won the United States Shogi Championship. Hey, Tulip, thank you. Yashiro Wataru. Okay, I wonder. Like, they've been getting some very strong guests. That wouldn't surprise me. We had Ono 8 Dan, or is he Ono 7 Dan? At 2 years ago, we had Ono. 2 years ago, was like a dream. We had Ono, and he's a great guy. He was really nice. He was really nice to talk to. And then we had, the dream team of Yamaguchi and Nishiyama. Like, it almost doesn't get any better than that. Like, had it been had it been Satomi at the time, that's the only thing that would have been better for me. But now, now this coming tournament is maybe the most exciting, just because they are my Shogi Wars heroes. It's Odaka is the voice, and Odaka is the voice, and Wada Wada Hana is the my avatar, and I also have fond feelings for Wada Hana because she's the pro that Tokyo Peach played in Japan in that pro event that Tokyo Peach traveled for. She qualified for. Hey, Ornel, thank you. And Nightwalker, thank you. It feels good. I'm giddy. I'm sorry if I'm just like buzzing around here, so excited. Like I think if my opponent in that game, I was about to bust. If my opponent in that game would have sort of been a slight bit more resilient, I think I would have I might have just fallen. I might have just fallen over because things just kind of worked. It's one of those games where, I've played of the let's say I've played 4,000 or 5,000 games of shogi in my life. Of the 5,000 games of shogi in my life, I feel like I've played 3,000 of them at least against third file rook. So it's my most comfortable opening to go against, and like I said earlier, almost all of my biggest wins of my life are against third file rook. So it's sort of appropriate that it happened again. Show the promotion match. Yeah, we can definitely look at it. Well, I don't want to do like sort of the brag thing. I mean, it's already like, I feel bad about this because it's kind of like a self brag. It's not intended as a brag. I'm just so excited. As a Satomi fan, Satomi. Yeah, well, that tournament would have been something for you to see because Nishiyama and Yamaguchi, I have no words. They were so good. They were so Yamaguchi, especially the way she handled everyone. She's a master of these events. It's obvious she's done it before. She's like, she's a great player and she's a great just ambassador of the game. Nishiyama is just hardcore and so cool. Nishiyama is so cool. I don't usually get kind of, I've said before, I don't get starstruck. I don't care about people, to the point where I went up and talked to them in my broken Japanese, trying to see if they spoke English. So I'm not really intimidated by people, but I've got to say, she is very cool and she is an intimidating presence. She's quite a presence. Some people just have that intensity that you can't necessarily feel through the screen or through photos. And I have to say, like in my life, long life, there have not been more than a handful of people that I'd say that I would say felt like had this aura of just sort of intensity around them, as Nishiyama did. It was something. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Satomi and Manao. Manao would be like Manao obviously is such a huge character in a huge personality in the shogi scene. I don't expect she would come out, but then again, maybe she would. I don't know what they get paid, or I think like Nishiyama is obviously more important. I don't important. You don't apply those types of things to humans, but shogi world wise, Nishiyama is a living legend, and she was there But anyway, so I think those pros really enjoy the trip to the U.S. as a vacation, because after that event, Yamaguchi Sensei and Nishiyama Sensei, they went to Las Vegas, and you could see on Twitter they were sharing photos of their shenanigans in Las Vegas, and then they went back to Japan, and Nishiyama promptly beat Fukuma. I think she was Fukuma at the time, or maybe she was Satomi. I don't remember what her name was at the time. And Nishiyama had played Nakabisha, so it was huge. And it was really, I don't know what happened health-wise with Nishiyama, or maybe just the pressure of all the pro stuff, the JSA Pro event that seems to have put her, that has seemed to have not depressed, but has pushed her back down a little bit. Now that Satomi is just on fire with 6 crowns, I think now, right? 6 crowns, or is it still just 5? But anyway, I'm talking about Nishiyama and Nishiyama's incredible presence. Oh, but this year's pros were Watanabe Mana and her husband Nozoki. I believe he's 8 dan. I believe Nozoki is 8 dan, and there was. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. It begins with an I. It's not Ishikawa. Yeah, it was. It was Ishikawa 7 dan. It was Ishikawa 7 dan. It's not Melkor's Ishikawa. It was Ishikawa 7 dan. And they're all great. They're all really nice. Nozuki Sensei is very interesting as well. He handles some of the. It seems like he handles some of the promotion stuff for Abima. So it was real cool even to talk to him through translation. That's the problem with all this stuff, is that I don't speak the language, so I've got to operate through translators. And even if you have the world's greatest translator there, I didn't have Jack-o'-lantern by my side at that event. It was the Thursday event where we were all talking. And Jack-o'-lantern was not at that one because it was only for San Francisco Bay Area people. Satomi, or now Fukuma, became the shogi mom. Nishiyama had, I don't know if they've published what illness it is, but she had an illness and had to withdraw from an event. And I think she lost her title. Well, she lost a title. So it's a tough world. It's a very tough world. It seems like they are pretty unforgiving when you miss a title defense. Just like sumo, sumo is just like, your toe's broken, sorry, you're gonna fight or you're gonna get demoted, or something like that. I'm learning more and more about sumo as well, as I've been following it now for, I don't know how long it's been, 6 months to 6 to 9 months or so. I've been following sumo, and I'm constantly amazed at how unflinchingly rigid some of these sort of demotion and promotion rules are. And the same sort of thing happens. The same sort of thing seems to happen in the JSA with shogi, where like Nishiyama was sick. Oh, you heard COVID? Yeah, I think she's had COVID at least once. I know she had COVID a couple years ago. I don't know what. Maybe it was this year again. That'd be a shame. But for whatever reason, she had to miss that, and I think she lost her title. Oh yeah, she had. Well, Tulip, wasn't it COVID during the exam? Yes, yeah, like game 3. Yeah, she had COVID during the exam. My favorite sumo is still my favorite is Hoshoryu. I have a fondness for Hoshoryu because I started watching when he was in Ozeki, and immediately attracted to this guy. Like, oh my gosh. He's got, like I said about Nishiyama, so intensity is something that is sort of, I don't want to say appealing to me, but like it's something that I care about and I think about. And so Nishiyama impressing me with her intensity in the same way, like not that I've met Hoshoryu, so I can't put Hoshoryu in that list, but he had that intensity where he's looking across and he's banging his belt, and I thought, oh man, I hope this I would love to see this guy become a Yokozuna someday. And sure enough, like the next event that I was watching, he became Yokozuna, and now the JSA is apologizing for him, or talking him down. And boy, there's it seems like sumo has a lot of little controversy with its JSA. The JSA is the Japanese Sumo Association. It's also the Japanese Shogi Association. They like to have JSAs. Oh, so Lily Lyman, you say you mean you remember watching Game 5 live, and we were all the streaming in Discord for a whole watch party, and you were there for the whole game, which didn't end until 4 a.m. You said, yeah, you want to drive your head through the monitor. I did my sort of I have my routine for watching the pro events that I care about, and there are very few pro events that I care about. I basically care about Satomi events, and I care about Fukuma. I mean, I care about Satomi events, and I care about Nishiyama events, and the rest are just I sort of whatever. But where I have my board, I have my engine, I have the key, like the JSA nicely has a Kifu, a site that has a text Kifu, so you can plug that into in-app Shogi Home, and it'll you have to click the button to make it reload, but it'll reload. And so I had the Kifu, I'm playing over the board, and I'm trying to think about the moves before I look at what the engine eval is and all that stuff. But it was so, it was so exciting. It was so I like to do that sort of by myself, and it's so exciting, and so it was draining. It was draining. And I don't know. I feel for her, because it's these once in a lifetime opportunities almost. And it's so unfortunate. Depends on how you look at it, fortunate or unfortunate. To me, it's so unfortunate that she had to play such a strong player in that fifth game. It just, it feels weird. It feels weird because it seems like if she promoted into becoming a JSA pro, she would not have been the weakest pro. I think that's pretty universally held, is that she would not be one of the lower pros. I mean, she might be in the lower third or whatever, but there's no argument that she would be the lowest of the pros. So, it's like she deserved to be there. She's a great player. And it was, it's kind of just like luck of the draw. And that's what bothers me about that whole process. But at the same time, it's like, it's for the same reason that I really wanted to Shogi Wars rank up, is because the process is so grueling that, like, I thought, if I get this, I deserve it. The same thing could be said about that process. It's almost unfairly grueling, but if she gets it, she really deserves it. So no one would ever be, if she would have won that fifth game, no one could have ever said she didn't deserve it. And so, that's important. But at the same time, it's unfortunate because, like, it's a ridiculous bar. It's a ridiculous bar. And I think you say you're dejected about the fact that the leagues are even different. Well, I mean, it's tough. That would be like chess. Chess has the open division, except for the fact that JSA pays all these players. It's like the pro world is sort of, for me, it's just sort of an unfortunate. It's held in. It's an unfortunate organization because I would like to see more players. I would love to see more high-end amateurs competing against pros. But at the same time, the JSA is the one writing the checks. Same thing in sumo. You know, it's like it's like this sort of very it's this strong organization over everything. So, you know, in the chess world where there are, you know, over 1,000 grandmasters, the shogi world literally could not do that because the JSA couldn't pay a salary for 1,000 people. So it's so weird. You know, there's pluses and minuses to the way they do it. You know, it's you know, I'm, you know, in the mind of this dumb Westerner, you know, it's not the way I would do it. You know, I really like the chess way where it's more open and, dare I say, democratic. I'm, you know, I don't mean it in sort of the anything other than, you know, open to the people. But yeah, even in the chess world, yeah, the big money is hard to access, and there's so and that's, you know, that's one of the downsides of the chess side. You know, in the shogi side, they have fewer players, they have fewer pros. You know, the pros are not making, they're not making a gold mine. You know, only Fuji is making the big bucks, I guess. But the other people can make a living. In the chess world, on the other hand, you have like there's a he started making content a few months ago. What is his name? Blue Bartner, Matthias Bloombaum. There's a German pro, I believe. He's a German pro, and he had a bit of a viral video talking about how it sucks to be a chess pro, because even as someone in Europe who, you know, is heavily subsidized at some point by their government, you know, it's you can't compete, you can't make money at these events. They just don't pay much. So if you want to live in the chess world, you kind of have to teach. And, you know, some people are better teachers than others. So it's a whole different conversation. But I know in the shogi world, some of those people teach too. So I don't know. I am also hoping for another exam, Tulip. But I wonder if Nishiyama is not hoping for another exam. There was something about her body language, and maybe I'm too much of an armchair psychologist or too much of an armchair body language reader. It almost seemed like it was a relief that she did. It was a relief to me. It seemed like a relief that it's done. To me, it seemed like it was a relief that it was done, and she may not want to go through that again. I don't know. Nightwalker, let's do something now. Less talk, more show promotion. All right, so we can go through it. I'll copy it into Lee Shogi. It'll be easier to watch in Lee Shogi. I also wish I could have seen Asashoryu. I wish I could have seen Hakuo. I do not know Kiseno Sato. I do not know them. I don't know any. I don't really know anyone outside of the current people. Let me change my scene. So I was Gote. Let me get the eval going here. Well, since Melkor isn't here, I'll turn on the engine. Okay, Tulip, you agree on the relief, but you don't necessarily think means she doesn't want to do it again later if given the opportunity. Of course, you mostly want her to follow the path. Yeah. Well, I wonder if there's a path also for Fukuma now to go up. Well, there is a path. Well, there's the what is the new rule? What is the new rule? It's is it Hakure? There is a ladies pro title that if you win 5 times, is it 5 times or is it 7 times? You are made a JSA pro. The thing is, both Fukuma and Satomi, I mean, gosh, both Fukuma and Nishiyama, they're not spring chickens. They're not. Satomi is already, I believe, over 30. Nishiyama, I believe, is either 28 or 29. So, they're already up there in age. So how many years can they be winning those titles? And once they do win, get their 5th title, let's say they do, they're going to join JSA as a 35, 36, 37-year-old that's sort of already out of their prime. That feels like, it would almost be doing a disservice to them, because then people are going to say, oh, they should have never been in here anyway because they're no good. So it's a real tough promotion path. Really, I made a long message, so I'm going to read this. How can you feel soulful after something like that? Imagine you have something you pursue for your whole life, but then you're put through hell to try to get it and faced with near impossible challenge to actually accomplish it after already be putting at a huge disadvantage because of randomly getting sick in the middle of it. And then in the end, you have the advantage and it comes down to an almost imperceptible error. Yeah, I think I said that the day after that event. Like, how do you come back from that? How do you possibly come back from that? Where you just, this is the pinnacle of sort of your achievement, and you're on the precipice of it, and then you feel bad that you feel bad that you lost, along with some relief, but you feel bad, and then you see the engine saying, "Oh my gosh, you had it, you had it." So it's like even worse. Like, oh my, like me as an idiot player, when I take over the board losses hard sometimes when I had a chance to win. Like if I had a chance to win and I blew a game, like if I blew a great game, if I was playing a great game over the board especially, but if I'm playing a great game and I blow it, I won't sleep, I won't sleep that night. I'm going to just lose sleep. I'm going to be wondering, like, how did I do this? What's wrong with me? I'm so bad at this game. Yada da da da. Just like this game. If I would have thrown this game, and for a second I thought I did. Turns out I didn't. But I thought I did. I might have stopped playing. If I would have lost this game after having what I perceived to be an unlosable position, I would have. I think I just. You may never have seen me. You might not have seen me stream for a week or two. And so, saying that, I can only imagine how Nishiyama felt, and maybe that's why she's on this letdown also, where she lost one of her titles and she's not looking as strong as you. Like when she came back from the U.S. Shogi Championship, and when she was doing, up until that pro exam, she was on fire. Like she was beating Satomi. She had 4 crowns. I think she had 4 crowns at the time, and it was just, she was on fire. And it seems like maybe she's taken a hit. Tulip, you say, it's not hard to feel relief after pushing yourself so much for so long, and no doubt being on the dregs of energy left, you sort of collapse. Yeah. So like the sickness and this recent health problem, for all we know, it could in some way have been caused by that letdown, that total and utter just sort of letdown. And maybe this is why you won't ever be a pro, and partly don't want to be. You don't have that kind of resilience. Oh, I think, yeah, you need to go mope. Well, I think people mope, but I honestly believe it takes a special kind of person to be a Nishiyama, to be a Satomi, to be a Fuji, to be the best at anything. There's something else. Having having lived a while and having met some people that are just, at the very top of their field and just the best at what they do, there is something that sets them apart. It's not, you can't always feel it, but there's something psychologically, in addition to all their talent and all the skills they have in the thing that they're good at, there is a special psychological aspect as well that allows them to just push ahead. Like, they're not better, they're not smarter, they're not faster, they're not smarter, they're not better, but there's an extra thing, and I don't know what it is. Obviously, I don't know what it is, but I feel it there almost tangibly. So I have to imagine it's the same for these shogi players. In real life, Todovsky, you withdrew from a chess tournament you were winning because it was too stressful. Yeah, it's important to establish successful habits and make success routine so you can be stubborn when things don't go your way. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know where I am in that spectrum, but like, there are some people that strive on that stress, or that apparently that stress just does not seem to impact them. They're able to swallow it. And your Elite Chess blog GCP Gray and Cortex podcast about what it takes to succeed. Interesting. What is GCP Gray? Are these chess related podcasts, or are they something else? I'm not familiar with GCP Gray. These are things that I find fascinating. Hexagon guy. What does that mean? Engineers and teachers. I'm gonna look it up. So if a bad result comes up, I'm blaming you, Todovsky. He's British-American, educational YouTuber, streamer based in the United Kingdom. Okay. It makes educational videos on YouTube. They're usually quite good. Okay. 1 billion YouTube views. I'm over here thinking like, boy, I'll be excited when I get 500 subs. And Todovsky is like, Todovsky is like, this guy just got 1 billion views. Oh, YouTube chat died. Let me restart that. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so frustrated with that widget. This parade, thank you. Yeah, Tulip, that's exactly it. Yeah, now that it's Shodan, now I'll get 1 billion views. Well, Lee Shogi Anons, they rage quit. It's not just Lee Shogi Anons. That would happen as well on 81 Dojo. I was an avid fan of playing guest games playing against guests on 81 Dojo until 81 Dojo ran out of resources or whatever the heck caused them to turn off guest. But I enjoyed those games. Yeah, obviously, I don't enjoy it when they quit, but I enjoyed the games. It was like stepping into a club and you don't know if they're just great players. Okay, Knight. Okay, well, so we got third file rook, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good here. I'm feeling very good here. My key binding is not working. Let me reload the page. Is my sound not on? Okay. We get this. Well, actually, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good here. Not feeling quite as good here. Not feeling quite as good as anyone who knows me knows. I prefer getting into Torizashi versus third file rook versus the... I don't know what this is called, so I'll fast forward a few bits here. I don't know what this... Spoiler alert, he went into Anaguma. I don't know what this is called. I don't think that's called normal third file rook. But I always ask, and no one ever answers me. So I don't know what this is called, but whatever third file rook variation this is, I don't enjoy playing against this as much. If only because I don't have as much of a quick plan. Oh, that is Ishida? Oh, that is Ishida. Oh, so if I, I do this, and I go into Torizashi. So I'm in Torizashi, and this is not Ishida, or what is this called now? Because from here I'm looking to do my quick engage, which often is met with oops. This is often met with this, and this is maybe the most common variation that I play over the board these days. Ishida is just third file rook where you float the rook. Oh, yes, Origami Niwa. Yes, this is. So, So are we... This is not considered quick Ishida, though, right? Quick Ishida is 2 pawn pushes immediately. Knight 7-7, bishop 9-7, they're common supporting moves. Yeah, so this is very common. I see this very commonly. Okay. So both are still considered Ishida. So there's no particular name for bishop 9-7 Ishida. Because that's the variation that I struggle more with. But I've had a lot of, Koshiro has given me a lot of advice on dealing with this. Okay, as long as the rook gets up there, it's Ishida. So that variation that I showed, is this not Ishida? This is just Sanken Bisha? Okay. I see. And this pawn push is an oddity. Most of my Indian world, the bishop 7-7 is normal third file rook. Oh, normal third. So I think of normal third file rook as let's say he gets his king over, I push up, king over, this. I think of this as normal third file rook, where the pawn is still on 7-6. I don't know. But this is the little bit I pick up from like discussions at clubs or discussions, here. It seems like this is if someone said draw normal third file, this is the position I would draw. A closed diagonal is normal. Okay. All right, sorry for the digression. We kept going. So I was feeling better now. I was feeling better now. For one, the bishop is not here yet. For two, this just doesn't seem to ever work out very well for my opponents. I'm not sure if Torizashi or this quick engage, this quick attack. I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure if how good of a choice this is. That said, I do wonder about this move. I'm thinking about maybe taking this one out. Not that it matters all that much, but the thing is, my attack is usually coming from the side, and this so rarely becomes a feature in my attack. But I sort of just mindlessly do it just because I feel like I should. Yeah, and that's what I try to tell myself, that it's more useful long term. Once this attack gets stifled up, I think the problem is, I think it's one of those moves that will serve me as my opponents are better, because so often in the games that I play right now, my opponents crumble a bit. They don't defend properly, and we'll see that in this. We'll see that in this game where the opponent just didn't do a good job of defending. So, but when I do this stuff and the opponent is a solid defender and they're in their full Anaguma, I think that's when I could use this, because this side attack gets stuffed pretty rough. It turns a slow attack into Tsumero, like +3 moves often. An invisible feature. Tulip is big on the invisible stuff. Yeah, I love Ninworld using that chess term. Koshiro, thank you. I've already said I let the cat out of the bag. One thing I haven't told people on stream, I haven't told anyone, just because I was embarrassed of my own level and I didn't want it to reflect badly on you. But so I never told anyone that you were coaching me. So I let it be known that that you've been doing some private coaching, and I think that's a large reason. You can't see the message. YouTube is not showing up again. YouTube, what's going on? Or Streamlabs, what's going on? Oh no, Shogi Brazil. I see it. Yeah, Koshiro's in YouTube chat. So we came out. He did his thing. My plan is to basically come up and do this thing. This is my one plan in this opening, and so if it gets stuffed, I'm usually out of plans. I think that's why I struggle with this bishop, with this Ishida, is because I have one plan. I have that. Well, I do have the second plan, again from Koshiro, where I push the pawn and try to do this. But it's so easy for them to step out of that. It gives the rook some space. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. As we discussed, there's that knight jump. So I came up. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the day. No one has ever taken this pawn. No one has ever taken this pawn. And I'm not sure why. Because, I think if you superficially, it seems like it's a fine move. So I'm surprised that I have never seen anyone make this move. It's just very strange to me. I'm ready for it. I'm totally ready for it. But yeah, transport. I think if you look at it long enough, you'll see that it has problems. You'll see that it has problems. But I guess I'm just surprised I have never seen anyone do it. You know, of all the mistakes to make, this one seems like a very obvious mistake to make. And no one ever does. But maybe the people who play this kind of opening have seen that already, or maybe they get that out of their system when they're like 5Q. Yeah, the engine. Well, that's the engine hates knight takes. I mean, it's not losing, but it's like giving up. I'm guessing it's going to be lost. You know, I know enough that this is going to be the plan. Because when the first time I ever did this move, I thought, oh gosh, I hung my pawn. I hung my pawn. Was when I the very first time I ever made this silver this pawn push, or the pawn push and then the silver blocking the rook. I thought, oh gosh, I hung my pawn, and the opponent didn't take it, and so in review I looked at it and like, is it okay? And it turns out, yeah, it's not only okay, it's great. You know, it's great if the opponent takes that thing. You think it would take magic for someone to play that line? Maybe I'm just still. It just seems like such an obvious, mindless move. It's like, oh, they accidentally hung their pawn. They accidentally hung their pawn, and now I'm going to push this pawn, and I'm going to. I think I'm just surprised no one has ever done it. So I'm just waiting for someone to do it. I'm waiting for someone to do it. Oh, I got to let Atari out. Okay, Atari. Good girl. Yeah. Go have some food. All right. Thank you so much, Koshiro. Thank you. I don't know if you're right about the last statement. I don't know if you're right about the last one. This might be the beginning and the end of this old man's shogi brain. But I gotta say, it is talking about relief. It is such a relief. Such a relief. Atari is our cat. Atari is our cat. She's been on stream a few times. Atari is our cat. So made Anaguma. You're looking to do. This is well, yeah. Well, now he's on Twitch. But this is a Koshiro move. These are moves that I learned from Koshiro. You know, these are so much of anything that I do is coming from Koshiro. So anything I do that's good, it came from Koshiro. Everything that I do is bad came from my own brain. And now I'm feeling good. Now I'm feeling. What does the engine say about this? Okay, it's still I mean, it's nothing. You know, it's we're just playing. This feels to me much stronger than the engine is saying it is. But I think I sometimes overestimate my positions. Take the pawn. Was surprised. I was definitely surprised at this, but I guess it makes sense. Oh, that is the best move. So why does that surprise me? Well, he's got to defend that pawn, I guess. Oh, engine didn't like this. Oh, it looks like the engine wants that, presumably to do this. Oh no, it likes it. It likes mine. Mine's fine. On further thought, on further calculation, it does. It's fine. Okay, sorry. If Melkor was here, he would chastise me for looking at the engine in these opening positions. Urshina Ryu goes burr, and now I'm like, okay. Well, the engine is saying this is not that big of an advantage. I thought this was huge at this point. My heart right here. After this move, my heart was going a mile a minute. A mile a minute. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna win this game. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna win this game. He might resign after I promote my rook. I'm thinking, what if this could be it? This could be it. He didn't though, and with good reason. Oh, this is interesting. So, it's one of those that once you make the moves, I guess this engine is starting to like it more than it was. Yeah, hashtag just resign right here. I was praying. I was, my heart was beating. I'm thinking, please just resign. Please resign. Please don't make me try to win this. Please don't make me try to win this. The saving grace of this. So one of the things also, and this is something that I've noticed now that I've been very focused on some of the off-stream games, this opponent was moving more slowly than I was. Your rank up game was a disconnection win. I would have been dancing in the streets with a disconnection win. I would have been dancing in the streets. Two of my wins today on stream, that got me into the 90% rank. One of them was a misclick where he misclicked his rook. And the other one was just an early resign for no reason. So there is a lot of luck on this streak here. Can't he trap your piece? I don't think so. What are you thinking of is trapping the piece? Like if he pulls this back, I'm just going to drop the pawn here, I think. I don't have a pawn in here, so he can't really do anything. I guess technically, he could do this. I guess technically he could do that, right? Is that... I don't think so. That can't... That won't be right. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm just going to take here. I'm just going to take the gold. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Now, this bishop is pinned. These guys are held firm. This attack is defanged because I could just take the gold. Yeah, no matter he could use both. So I think he does. I think at some point we get a silver drop here, and then I take. Is that the right idea? I was just going to take. Yeah. Only move is taking. Yeah. All right. So anyway, he did this, which scared me because for one, it was clear. Okay, he's not going to resign. Which was a big disappointment. Not gonna lie, it was a big disappointment. And number two, it's like, oh, is there something here? Is there something here? I was tempted, like I was tempted to take, but I think that would have been bad. Let me see. Yeah. I mean, it's still good for me. It's still good for me, but it's not even. No, it's not even in the top 5 moves. All right. Take. Then there's the silver, and then I took, and that was correct. Okay, so that was correct. And yeah, I think here's my opponent just started making. My opponent started making like 1-move threats, and I think, you know, it just he just left himself open, and then this move, I expected to resign here. I thought maybe he just missed that this is coming, because you know the threat all along is the night drop. As far as I'm concerned, the threat is the night drop. So he takes. I get the night drop. He comes over. Interesting. The engine is saying that this is the best move. How could that possibly be? How could that possibly be the best move? Did I miss a follow-up? No, I mean, I take. So the opponent is defending all over here. The defendant is like, you know, the defendant barely has a castle, and all his pieces are over here. So it felt again like it's like it felt like I just need to find 1 or 2 moves to get a resign. But why is this better? Why is this possibly better? I guess it sort of slows down my attack. So it makes his king safer. And I can't easily take this, I guess. I would just go. Anyway. Very strange. Very strange. He took, and I went for it. You know, my next plan is this. Assuming he doesn't drop, and he did. And I mildly freaked out. Here. And I mildly freaked out. Thought, oh gosh, I'm giving him a gold. He can defend. Start attacking. Was this any good? Was this good? Number one move. Never a doubt. No, delete the past 5 seconds. Not was it good? Of course it's good. Like there were just so many targets. There's so many targets to attack. Like it what's that? That's our ring. There were just like the king. There's just all these pieces over here. There were so many targets to attack. I kept thinking he was going to resign. I briefly considered taking here, and then I thought the gold comes up and I'm going to be slowed down. So I did a Tsumero. You know, channeling Koshiro. I did a Tsumero threat. What's the best move? 5-3. 5-3. Oh, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Wait, no. No, I can't see that. What's... And then I come here? Oh, no, what? I don't know. I'm thinking on my own. Oh. Wow. That's just engine stuff. All right, forget that. Forget that. All right, forget that. And then style. Until I was reviewing the game after the fact, I thought this was just raw. I mean, it is mate, but so my calculation was take. This is what I read. But that's not what was there. So I've looked at this before. So I know that this is we get a Hishi, I guess, right? Actually, I only looked at this in the Shogi Wars app. Is that right? Yeah, okay, that is the plan. Okay. My heart would have stopped here. My heart would have stopped. I think I made this move in like a second. Yeah, if he would have taken, or if I would have dropped and he would have taken with the lance, I think my heart would have stopped. Literally would have stopped. Even though it's a win. So that was it. The opponent resigned. The opponent resigned here. Let me make a note. And that was it. Heart was beating. Everything was going nuts. And I think I played a good game. I'd be surprised if there were any any big mistakes. Because I don't think the opponent. This is what we've talked about, a few times on stream, where some opponents don't make the game hard. Like, it almost felt like all these moves were just sort of, except for maybe this one. It felt like all the moves were almost, once I got in, almost all the moves just felt almost like they're forced. Like he was sort of he just gave me the chance. So he was flailing, but I guess my speed was just too I had too much speed. And yeah, this is another Anaguma. It just seems often not to work out very well in these. If I can get in early, it's just not very solid. So that was it. So I hope you're happy, Nightwalker. I hope you're happy. But yeah, so it was. I'm spent. So that was that. That was it. Let's get back to Shogi Wars. I haven't played any sprint games. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. So not just Koshiro. Thank you to everyone else who has helped. So many people have given me advice, have given me studies, have given me support, kind words, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I haven't let people down. I at least the people that have put some time into me, I feel like at least I haven't let them down. So I'm feeling a little better now. And hopefully this will not hopefully this will not hopefully I'll still push. So that's the thing now. Now, sometimes when you hit a goal, you're happy that you hit the goal. It's on 10 minutes. So that yes. Transport was very nice. Transport didn't make any snide comments. Transport was just, he said, welcome to the Don Club. That was the nicest thing he's ever said to me. It was the nicest. I'm busting with pride. So it was 10 minutes. Next step is 10 second. I'm pretty far from 10 second. I think I'm at 40 or 50%. Oh no, I'm at 33%. But this has been rising steadily. This has been rising steadily. So I started lower on 10 second than I did in 10 minute. So maybe that's coming. Maybe that's coming in the future. I don't know. But I now I can jinx it. Now I can jinx it. I feel like over the past 2 weeks, on stream, both on stream and over the board, 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like something maybe has clicked, and maybe it's still the residual. Maybe it's still the residual lessons that I got from the U.S. Shogi Championship, where I sort of witnessed firsthand some of those attacking ideas where you don't always sometimes defend a piece with a capture, you defend with a threat somewhere else. And I think that has won or stolen me a lot of games that I wouldn't have otherwise had, in the ratings. So Gaijin Dan's doing well. Yeah, OTB tournaments are a great source of inspiration and improvement. Yeah, I mean, you're just coming from a big one. Is the ESC, was that the biggest tournament you've ever played in? The biggest shogi tournament? Or is ISF bigger than that? That was it was 110 players in Europe. I felt like the U.S. Shogi Championship, it felt like there were so many people, and there were, only 42 or so in this past year. And so, this European event must have just been absolutely incredible. Obviously I've seen photos of big chess tournaments. I've seen photos of big shogi tournaments in Japan as well, and those are also, really impressive. But I don't know if that's something that I'd ever be able to really attend. Well, I could attend a chess one. I mean, I'm bad at chess, but I could pay my way in. Yeah. But yeah, over the board, I think over the board, just general play is also a great source of improvement. Maybe not as much inspiration, but improvement. Those games, it's the thing. The East Bay Shogi Club, like I was talking about, the East Bay Shogi Club after the U.S. Shogi Championship. My regular playing partner there. So I'll get into my regular playing partner there. Won the Division B. He won the Group B at the U.S. Shogi Championship. He went undefeated and beat some incredibly strong players. And he's the guy that I get to play every week. So my level is increasing by playing him. I would like to think, and I hope that playing me at least hasn't hurt him. It has at least contributed in some way to his growth. Just because he's growing faster and better than I am doesn't mean that I'm not growing. And so that feels good. And the kid from the first 6 months of that East Bay Shogi Club, he had a killer tournament in Group A at the U.S. Shogi Championship. So, we played over the board. We played every week, and it pays off. Even though it's for me, like this is now 3 years. This is really about maybe 3+ years. I'm not sure, but about 3 years since I started playing every week over the board at that club. And that club, which was just the three of us, and then after that, after 6 months, was just the two of us for the longest time, for well over a year. But going to that, it's been 3 years, and just now I'm hitting this level, or this rank anyway. So it was slow going, but I have to believe without that OTB stuff, it wouldn't have happened. Oh, in terms of numbers, you think your first OTB tournament had more people? This was the biggest in terms of quality. Well, this has to have been the highest quality Western Shogi tournament ever, including ISF. I think this was a higher. This is a higher skill level than ISF even. Obviously we're missing the player from China who won this past year's ISF. But overall, in terms of the number of incredibly strong players, I think this one probably is way stronger than ISF. Maybe not, but that's my perception. Because there were those 5 strong Japanese players. Yeah. Then there's the Belarus contingent. There's the guys who are always there. The strong Europeans, Telmarch, Melkor, Thomas Leiter. All those guys. They're always there. Did Frank Rovekamp play? Did Frank Rovekamp play this year? I didn't hear anything about him. There's no way he'd be this low. Wow. Maybe he was just managing it? Kanto Dragon said that Kanto Dragon was there, and in his last game, he said that he found like a mate in 19, I think. And I noticed this morning that on Reddit, someone made a post. I thought there was a post. There was a post. Did someone delete it? Someone deleted it? There was a post that said, my friend Sebastian found this mate in 19. at the European Shogi Championship. And it's gone. I think it was from this person. How do you see their posts? Wow, they're active on Reddit. Okay, well, I'm not going to look at that. Oh, I was going to see if anyone knows it. Because Kanto didn't show it. And Kanto Dragon didn't show it. And I couldn't solve it. I couldn't solve it. At least, I think I know how I would have approached it, but I'm not sure if mine's a solution. Because it's a mate 19, and there was no Kifu or there was no study for it. It was just a screenshot. Weird. Where did it go? So you think maybe it was somehow blocked? Anyway, Kanto's not here, and I was excited about that. So anyway, all right. I haven't played any Sprint. And it's already almost 5 o'clock now, and my family is here. But I'm still kind of jazzed up. So let's play one Sprint game at least. Let's play one Sprint game. Shodan. Oh God. I'm Sente? No, I'm Gote. I can't even parse this board. How is this not mate? Oh, because I've got a gold. I've got a lance. If he pushes the... I have to take, right? I can go to the side. And I go back. Do I have a gold? I do not have a gold. So if I take, he takes. I take, he takes. I drop the silver? No, because then yeah. All right. Well, I'm double defending that square. I'm double defending this square. Oh no! He's got the gold! Ah! Alright. Alright. We're doing another. We're doing another. We're doing another. Oof. I don't know how I would have even made my attack in that one. I'm Gote again. So I've got the advantage. I'm Gote. I've got a castle. I've got a rook. I've got a horse. Yeah. Can't take the pawn. Wow, am I bad at this? How could this be even? What am I missing? Where is the... How could this possibly be even? Silver? Does anyone see? Should I just make a castle? And if I'm not going to be able to.
1分30秒
I'm defending here. Is he gonna take? Whoa! He's got the lance. So I do this. I do this. He drops a lance. Do that. He drops a lance. I take. Lance takes.
1分
Nice. Ah!
,30 秒
I have no time. I have no time.
,20 秒
I've got no time.
,10 秒
Nah. There's just no time. Got no time anymore. Got no time. I've got no skill.
時間切れです
Good game. What was that? What are ideas there? What are the ideas here? Should I have just taken, should I have done this? Should I have done it here? You don't think I should give up the rook? Well, that's the thing. I don't even know what a fine move is here. Like, I don't even know. Like, I think I'm gonna lose. He's gonna just start. If I don't pressure, I think he's just gonna start throwing his minors on me. You know, there are enough. If I just do something like this. Oops. Or you mean the line that I did and then move it back? He just had the opponent has so many pieces. How am I like, let's say it's my turn. How am I guess the more he defends, the more the fewer pieces there are to attack with. Yeah, pawn 4-6. I think yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think the lance as well looks good there. All right. Boy. Let's try again. This really shows how if I don't have my
あなた
opening,
が後手です
you know, I'm just worthless. I'm Gote again. I've got a castle. Theirs is Kraken. So I like this
対決
position.
開始
I like my position. I just have to make sure not to give up a mate in one somewhere. Oh, he's got a dragon. There's a dragon in the corner. Okay. There's a dragon in the corner. I have no pieces in hand. They have a silver, 2 lances, 2 knights, 2 pawns. Should I take this gold? I take the gold. I take the gold. He takes with the silver. And then I come up.
2分30秒
I gotta watch this knight. Okay. Get a piece in hand. Ooh. That's mate. No, yes, no, it isn't. Is it? Is it? I come up. He goes back. Take.
2分
Takes. No. I don't think they have Sumero. I don't think they have Tsume here. Take. Alright, well, do this.
1分30秒
I gonna be a race. It's gonna be a race down the board. 130. I've got 130. I can't be thinking that long. Oh, can I do this? Can I take here? Should I just come over? Let's do this. Do I have mate if I take?
$1分
Oof. Is this mate? Is this mate? Is this mate? Is it mate?
$20 秒
Shoot. Just too slow. Just too slow. $18 seconds. 18 seconds. Eight, 14. Let's see.
10秒
Too slow.
$時間切れです
Poor dude, thank you. Thank you, thank you. What? Okay. All right, we gotta keep playing. I mean, gotta win one of these, right? Like I've got to be able to win one of these.
あなたが先手です
I'm Sente this time. Okay.
対局開始
They've got castle. They've got this. We've got the rook. Silver. Promotion. Boy, I just don't see it. This bishop is aiming
2
this
分
way.
30秒
This way? Can I,
2分
he's got a pawn drop here, right? Bishop, bishop, bishop. I mean, I want a bishop, I think. What is that? That's a lance.
1分30秒
Let's take it. Let's, he has pawns. He has pawns. He has pawns.
1分
Shoot. I want a bishop. I think I want a bishop. Okay. Just really difficult. Boy, oh boy. Gonna be able to run with getting that bishop out. Yeah.
30秒
So
20秒
I don't have enough time. Whatever. I'm just so slow. I'm so slow. And now I think we see why I don't do sprint mode. Boy. The last time I did sprint mode, didn't I beat like a 4 dan?
10秒
Didn't I beat a 4 dan?
時間切れです
Okay. They're gonna have to give it to me. They're gonna have to just give it to
あ
me.
なたが先手です
Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a sign that it's just all over for me. I hit my goals and now I have no more to go. This is a fun
対
position.
局開始
Yeah, this is a really cool position. Wow. I don't think... Alright, well let's come here. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast like Sonic.
2分30秒
Whoa. Shogi is a game about capturing rooks.
2分
There we go. Got it. We finally got it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't have it. Hold on. Maybe we don't have it.
1分30秒
Oh, I could have just...
1分
What is going on? What is going on? Take. What am I doing? That's mate. Take.
30秒
That's not mate. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
ビクトリー
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you think you also think speedy moved better than best rank up. We ranked up twice in one day. Twice in one day. I'm now thinking I shouldn't have played sprint. It's now I have no confidence. Now I have no. It's okay. I don't need confidence. I don't need confidence. I've achieved everything I've always wanted in life, so I don't need confidence anymore. Now I'm on a roll. Let's try one more. Let's try one more. Before
あなたが後手です
reclining silver Shodan. Whoa. Oh. My brain was expecting to see a full shogi board. I'm Gote again. Okay, he's got rook. He's got.
対局開始
Where's my attack coming from? Where are my drop points? Do I have I have a drop point here. I have no. I'm not attacking anything. I take. Can I... Where's my threats? Here? Okay, so we need to go fast. Like Sonic, we need to go fast. Oh! That I did not see. That I did not see. Sumero. Maybe? No, that's not Sumero. That wasn't right either. Lance, I've got a Lance drop. No, because he can pull in. Well, I've got lots of Lances to... Okay, so he's going for that. Can I...
2分
Let's attack the edge. Is the edge too slow? Is the edge too slow? Do I have a mate here yet?
1分30秒
What can he drop? Gotta make a move. Right. Wow. Got a lot of pieces now. Got a lot of pieces now. Got a lot of knights, but nothing, no place to drop a knight to check.
1分
He's blocked his rook, so he's blocked his rook. But now he can come up. Drop a lance back. If he brings this, if he takes a silver up, I drop the lance back. Oh.
30秒
Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb.
20秒 時間切れ勝ち
Perfect. Oh gosh, I should have dirty flagged. I should have dirty flagged there. I should have been checking them like crazy. All right. That was a streak of 2. Lousy. Wish I wouldn't have done it. A win is a win. I wish I wouldn't have played Sprint. But that's going to do it. I hear the stuff going on in the rest of the house. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and for all the kind words, for all the help and the support over this past, year and a half plus of streaming. And today, despite this sprint mode finish, today has been a pretty big day for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend that I'm just like a cool dude. I'm not going to pretend that like it doesn't mean anything, because it definitely does, and it feels good. So thank you, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your shogi, and take care. Thanks again. Thanks so much again. Bye.